Yo guys, Mike for SimRacing604, and this is my MOZA Racing FSR wheel. It's truly one of the coolest pieces of sim gear I own, and MOZA has just made it even cooler with this. I'm going to tell you exactly what this little box does and why it enhances the FSR wheel in this video. Let's get into it. Alright, so as mentioned in the intro, this is my MOZA Racing FSR wheel. I love this thing. I've already done a review on it. You can check out that review if you want to know my full thoughts, but broadly speaking, it packs a lot for the money. $650 is the suggested retail price of this wheel. Definitely not cheap, but for what you get, which is the carbon fiber face, the leather grips, joysticks, knobs, dials, backlit buttons, and of course this screen at the center of the wheel, I think $650 is a pretty good deal. Most wheels with similar features run $1,000 plus. Now, I'm not going to get into feature for feature, which one is better. There's a lot of really great wheels out there, but often for a similar feature set, you're going to pay well north of $1,000. So I think at $650, there's some pretty good value here. But there was a major problem with this, and that was, of course, that you were tied to the MOZA ecosystem, because this screen only works with the MOZA software. You could potentially just have clicked this onto your Simucube, onto your Simagic, onto your Cammus wheel, whatever. But the problem was that you wouldn't have any of the functionality. Nothing would work because it uses this wireless system. You probably can't see in there, but there's a whole bunch of pins. And that's how this wheel communicates with the MOZA wheelbase. And of course, third-party wheelbases don't support that. Enter this little hub. So what this hub does is it allows you to plug all your MOZA gear in through this little device, which is USB controlled. So hopefully you can see that. There's a little USB connection there, and that will run to your computer, and then you can plug all your various MOZA devices into this. There's a port for wheelbase specifically. Flip it around, there's a port, which is an RJ45 port as opposed to the RJ12 of the other devices. This RJ45 port supports the pedals, and then there's 3 more ports, which you can choose 3 of wheel, dash, shifter, or handbrake. The shifter currently does not exist from MOZA, but if you happen to have all the other accessories, you could plug it in through here. So this has an MSRP, a current MSRP of $50 as of the time of this recording, and I should let you know MOZA sent me this for free, but no money changed hands, and I don't offer any affiliate links, but this was sent to me for free, so $50 for this. And the other accessory to consider is this. This is carrying an MSRP currently of $15, and all it is, just a little piece of metal, and it allows you to snap on your MOZA wheel. Can I get that to work? No. Why not? Because it's upside down, that's why, right? There we go. So, yes? There we go. All right, so if you are using a third-party wheelbase, rather, like a Simucube, did not expect that, sorry for the loud noise. If you are running a third-party wheel, like a Simucube, like a Simagic, like a Cammus, which is the one I'm going to be testing with, you might need this. You can double check on MOZA's website to see the size of the quick release that MOZA has adopted for all their products, and just double check that that is the same quick release style as your specific wheelbase. If you're unsure, or if you need an adapter, this thing is $15. It's just a simple piece of metal and has 50 mil and 70 mil pattern bolts. So you can undo your current receiving end of your quick release, put this on there, bolt it to your wheelbase, and then your MOZA Racing wheel will just snap on there. So again, $15 for this, $50 for this, and then this wheel carries an MSRP of $650. So if you had a Simucube, if you had a Simagic, if you had a Cammus wheelbase and liked the look of the FSR but were previously limited and not able to use it because you need a supporting MOZA wheelbase, well, no more. You can actually snap this onto basically anything that uses a compatible quick release. So it's pretty exciting news because, again, I do think this is a keep doing that. This is a good value product, and now it's just able to reach a much wider audience. So if you've been in the market for sort of a higher end wheel, but don't necessarily want to pay $1,000 or more, give consideration to the MOZA FSR wheel, because I do think it's a pretty great product. And again, that value is right up there. So I'm going to get this hub plugged in and just double check that it works via this hub. We'll go into the software and make sure that everything is reading properly, and then we'll take it to the track and test. All right, guys. So a bit of a janky setup, but I've got my USB hub resting on my knee here. It does come with a 6-foot cable, but it's not quite enough to reach across my studio. So I got to have this slightly off camera, but not a big deal. So let's boot into the MOZA software and see if it recognizes the USB hub. Doesn't look like it has. Let's try unplugging and plugging this in again. Always a good sign. There we go. Universal adapter appears to be reading. And then we'll plug in the wheel. And then it has come up. Now, I doubt any of my buttons will show as working right now. Usually you have to reboot the software for that to happen. Let's try that. And let's see now. Yes, it appears to be working. You can see those buttons turning yellow or red in this case. And do the analog paddles work? Yes, it appears they do. Let's go over to Assetto Corsa. See if we can map a clutch. Is it working analog? Yes, it is working analog. This should make it 100% travel on that clutch. Sorry, it's a bit hard running out of limbs here. And there we go. So we have 100% travel on clutch. Just make sure we can map our shifters. Good. 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 Dials, let's go brake balance. Let's try one of these dials down here. Traction control. Sorry, Fanatec, gotta bump you. So it appears to be all be working just fine. So of course, next step is to get this on track. So let's get this mounted onto my Cammus, and then we'll do some laps. All right, so here we are in the pits. And as you can see, we have our FSR wheel working perfectly. I can cycle through different dash screens, and it seems to all be collecting race data accurately, in-game data that is. So yeah, works great. I've got my hub mounted over here. Got my Cammus wheelbase. Whoops, stalled it. Got my Cammus wheelbase connected to my FSR wheel. I did have to use the adapter ring. Not sure if you guys can see that, but I did have to use the adapter ring to get the quick release size correct. But my screen works. Everything seems to work perfectly, so no issues there. So not much to prove here in terms of the in-game testing, but we'll do some laps just the same. Why? Because I kind of miss driving with my FSR wheel. I've been in the world of Fanatec for the last little bit, but the MOZA FSR wheel really is the best wheel I own. It's phenomenal. And we are on board the Formula Hybrid 21. Why? Because why not? It's only 1 year old in terms of Formula Hybrids, but it's 2 years old in terms of our calendar. And it's hard to imagine that just 2 years ago, we were witness to the fastest cars to ever compete in a race series. Think about that. From, what, 2017 to 2021, we saw records fall. And these cars were just getting faster and faster, unbelievably so. And only slightly slower now, but still, these were faster cars. And my goodness, the things these cars are capable of. So we'll probably just do one lap after this. We'll consider this an out lap. And then we will wrap up. But final thoughts on the FSR wheel. No sense going back to the table. I'll just tell you here. Well, not the FSR wheel, rather the hub. I think it's great. I think it gives an extended reach to this FSR wheel. I would expect that people sort of in the Simucube universe will go for like a Gomez sim racing wheel or something like that. But if you don't have Gomez money and still want kind of a premium level wheel, I would say give this FSR and USB hub a consideration, because I really like it. Seems to be very well made, performs well. Definitely missed the sim hub on the screen. But either way, it's a pretty tremendous wheel. I really like it. And yeah, got that USB hub to really open it up. I suspect we'll see a lot of these with Simagic wheels moving forward. The Simagic packs some pretty tremendous value as well. And then you can get this $650 wheel that, in my opinion, punches well above its weight, and just a $50 USB hub to make that happen. Whoa. Easy on the brakes there, Michael. And one final corner here before we bring it home. Alright, thank you to MOZA for sending me this for review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's on sale now, and thank you for watching.